My name is Sting, your NLP and also the hypnosis trainer from Wisdom Solutions. Now today we are going to continue to talk about something in the NLP and also in the hypnosis. When we talk, our voice actually vibrates in our vocal cord. Therefore, we produce a very special sound. And then by using these vibrations and then come in everything, it actually produces a sound, and then there is a language that I use to convey the message. Now, when we think about this way, it's actually very physics, So, scientists have do a lot of study into the sound and also a situation that we call the resonance, the sound resonance. Then why is the sound resonance is so important? Because they have do a lot of things and research in sound resonance. Actually, now in the scientists' experiment, we can see in the YouTubes. We can see in the YouTubes that scientists have using the sound resonance to break the glass. Now, let's see the video you can find in the YouTubes. The glass actually shatters when the resonance, the sound, the frequency, the sound's frequency. Sound frequency reach to the certain point, and that particular glass cannot hold the vibrations. They cannot hold the vibrations, and the glass actually breaks. And then you can also see, if you want, that you can actually search in the internet. Scientists have using the sound, the vibration, the frequency to cure the cancer. They have do a lot of study to find that actually by certain range of the sound, the ultrasound, the vibrations of the sound actually can kill the cancer cells. But then, of course, for this moment, we are still not having this type of treatment for the cancer. What is the reason behind? I actually do not know. Maybe it's not mature yet, or maybe there are some other reasons that we cannot use. But to me, I think that this is something that is very, very important. And then the sound treatment of the cancer will be something that is very natural. And then we do not have the conventional drugs to kill the cancer, at the same time kill also any other healthy cells. Now, that is the sound resonance. So now come back to the topics of the NLP and also in our career. So why should we know the sound, the resonance, the sound that can be used in our daily activities and also in the business. Now, for example, I speak language. Now, I speak English now, or I speak Chinese now, or I speak Bahasa Malaysian now. We know the language is actually the medium, is a bridge to do the communications. So when I want to convey a message to you, the medium that I use is actually the language. And then when this language passes to you, you listen to my language, actually you get the message inside the language. But then if I convey the message in a way that is very soothing to you, then you can accept my message easily. Likewise, when we do the talking, two parties, A talk to B, B talk to A. A talk to B and B talk to A. We convey message in between two peoples. And when the person talking to each other, we have the thing called verbal communications, and then also we have a thing called non-verbal communications. Verbal and non-verbal. Verbal and non-verbal. And non-verbal. Now, we use language, of course, then this is the verbal. And then the non-verbal is actually other than the language. Like for example, the blinkings of the eyes, and then the breathing of the persons, the rate of the breathing of the persons, and then the tone the person use. Now, of course, for me, you and me, we are created very differently. Because when you born, I was born, then we already have the quality of voice that is actually like to ourselves. So your voice is actually very different from mine. So the quality of voice we cannot match. But what I can match is the tempo of your voice. The volumes of the voice, the pace, actually we call it the tempo. The tempo, I speak slow, fast, and then in the high pitch or low pitch. This one also I can match. And in all this is actually in our NLP, there is one of the very important topic that we call the rapport building. The rapport building. So now, back to the topics, how we want to use this. In the NLP, non-verbal communication is actually comprised of 93%. Non-verbal is actually comprised of 93%. And then the verbal is only 7%. So if I go to Japan, and then if I want to buy something to eat, I don't speak any single word Japanese, but then it's okay for me, still can buy. I just have to point to that food, and then I take it, and then I go and pay. Then I can buy already. But if I don't speak language, I can do communications. So therefore, the communications is either I use the language or I don't use the language, it doesn't matter. But then the good communications, actually 93% is a non-verbal. If you want to have a very good communication between A and B, that's where the 93% is actually the non-verbal. We can speak language, but then the non-verbal actually plays a very important part. Now recently, I used this technique in my business. I use this technique in my business in order to create the resonance between me and my friends. When we go and see our friends, then of course people are grumbling because of the situations, the pandemic situations, and then some of the people, they are actually a little bit downcast, and then uncertainty, and then worry about it. And then they talk a lot of things that make the whole world feel very down and very negative, and then people feel very sad about the situation, uncertainty of the futures. So now these are the problems they brought up. What should we do? As a person, what should we do? Do we say, oh, you are okay, you are fine, you are very genius, you are smart, and you know the solution, and then you are just fine, you can find whatever things that you can do. Now, when the person, one party actually complain, and then the other party actually saying something based on their own value judgment, say that you are okay, you're fine, you will be fine because I know that you will be going okay. So how do the other persons feel? How is the communication between these two persons? Does it create a resonance? Or does it break it? Does it break it? How do you see? What is your answer now? A person saying a problem, the other person just say that, oh, you will be fine, you will be good, you will be whatever. This is, I know you can. If you think you can, then you can. Everybody can. You think you are actually provide a solution to that person, or you are actually breaking out the rapport. To be very frank, the resonance in between these two actually broken. Imagine now you come to your friend and then you talk about your situations. You say, I am very uncertain about my future. I feel very lost. And then actually I got a VSS. I just received a letter. And then my children is actually about to go to the university and I need to use a lot of money. And the worst thing, I do not have the asset. I do not have the saving for that. This is the real life situation that you actually brought up to your friends. And then your friend will say, oh, it's okay, fine, it's definitely okay for you, you will be fine, and then you will be getting the job next month, then you will be going to settle your children's problem, your children will get the scholarships or whatsoever. So friends, what do you think when you meet up a person, that person gives you such a feedback? Would you feel comfortable? Would you feel easy by talking your problem to that person? Or you will think, this person never listened to my problems. I need someone to talk to, and I hope that person actually listens to my problems. And then to give me the comfort, and then to be with me, stand at my pain now. I don't know whether that person can help me monetarily or some other things. I don't care whether they can or not. And I also knowing that everybody now is actually in the financial crisis. So if you have that kind of mentality and then your friend actually respond in such a way, what do you think? Would you continue to talk that same topic to that person, or you shut your mouth up and then you just walk away? A lot of people outside, they don't know how to deal with the complaints. A lot of people, they will do a lot of value judgment. They say, oh, you are very negative. Oh, you are very naive. Oh, you are this or you are that. That is actually very value judgment, because they put the label onto that person. And then we cannot avoid problems in life. And when we talk all this out of rubbish, in the inverted comma, rubbish, as a response to that person's problem, you actually break the resonance. So what should we do? I personally do the very simple situation we call pace and lead. This is the topic in the report in the NLP, in the NLP study. I pace until I find that the resonance is actually building up, the rapport is actually building up between me and my friend, and then I give a lead. Give a lead means I actually give a solutions. I give a directions to the problems. Of course, we all focus too much on the problem, we do not see the solutions. When we focus too much on the problem, we don't see the solution. And when we don't see the solutions, our emotion is actually affected. If we become too focusing on the problem, we do not see the solutions. So when the person do like this, what we are going to do, we cannot by force take away the focus. Okay? If you do that, actually you break the rapport. Now at least we need to build the rapport first. We need to build the resonance first. So how we do? The person is actually focusing on the problems. And then we tell them the problem that we are facing by using the same word, the same descriptions that the person using. I can tell that person my situation in life, what the problem I face, but I will just use a little bit. Remember, don't use too much. Use little bit, because when you use little bit, actually you are coherent. You try to match the frequency. You try to match the mood of that person. When you have the mood of that person, you have the frequency with that person. Actually, we try to match the vibrations. We try to reach a situation called the resonance. So you just now see the video, If you have the certain vibration, certain frequency, you create the resonance, and then the glass actually shatter, break. So when you are talking to your friends by using pacing, building up the rapport, that person is actually feeling that, oh, you are a good person. You listen to my problems. You listen to my problems. But are we going to stop there? Are we going to stop there and then we hug together and then we cry? Of course, no. As a trainer, as a person that like you and me, then we try to give them a solutions. We try to advise them. So now, what if we do this? What if we do this? What if we do this? We provide a lead. When we provide a lead, that means we are actually helping our friends to see the solution in life. When we lead them to see the solutions in life, because we have already paced them, and then we have the same resonance, and then when you come in a solutions, when there is a resonance and then you come in with the solution, this solution is actually in pace with the thinking pattern, which is also in terms of the good rapport. And then the suggestion that coming into that way, actually we call that situation is actually the hypnosis. Rapport is good for us to lead the person, to lead that person, and then when there is a solutions that come to the life, that person will accept our solution and think about it, whether that is actually feasible, can be do, and if can, apply it. So does it make sense? Does this type of method useful to you? So I'm talking about the business. When that person come to me with a problem in life, then I pace the situations, I pace it, so I try to build up a rapport, build up the resonance with him, and then after that I give them a solutions, and then when the person is in a very good resonance with me, the solution that come to that person, it may be accepted or it may not be accepted, the solutions, because it's all based on the situations, but at least we are in a very good term. We are in a very good rapport, very good resonance. So friends, think about this. When the person that come to you with the problems, either your children's or your friends, your colleagues, your wife or your husband or any person come to you with the problems, you don't just say from your own judgment. Don't use that technique anymore. Don't use your own technique anymore. I already told you before, but why you cannot catch up? I already taught you why you cannot capture it. But we do the rapport building first. We find the resonance. We find the frequency of that person. We find the vibration, and then we vibrate it together. Just like when you bought a new set of hi-fi into your house, the installer or the sound engineer, they were going to test. What do they test? They test the speaker, and then with the position that you sit, how far it is. And then how they're going to adjust the speaker so that the sound that comes out from the speaker is actually in a very good resonance. And then when you sit there and enjoy your music, then you will get out the best quality, the voice quality from the hi-fi system that you have bought. And that is very important. If you have the hi-fi, you know what I'm talking about, and then you can actually imagine how important is actually the resonance in the hi-fi systems. And also I can tell you it's very important in the relationships. So now I'm talking about the pace lead in the business. So at the end, of course, my friend is very happy. My friend is very happy. Actually, I'm actually pacing up his problem, and then I provide solutions. Then he is actually very happy about the solution that I'm given. So therefore, friends, you can think about it. In which area actually you can use this technique, and then you apply it. You will see difference in your life. If you want to know more about this NLP, you want to learn the whole set of the skill and techniques in the hypnosis, call me or email to me, because I am going to teach you the whole set of hypnosis and then also the NLP. This will make your life different. This is the best way to understand about the psychology. NLP hypnosis is a very scientific way to understand psychology, and then it is a shortcut to the psychological world. With this, I thank you, and I hope you are well, healthy, and then you are always happy in your life, no matter what happened into your life. I am Ting, your NLP and hypnosis trainer from Wisdom Solutions. Thank you.